Whatever. Hi, welcome back to Whatever. I'm Dragon Pat, and this is Alex Drake, and we are here to talk to you about whatever we want. And today we want to talk to you about the final season of Gotham and the overall series. The final season of Gotham, just to give you an idea of what happened. Yes, this is a huge spoiler alert. If you haven't seen it yet, stop this right now, go watch it, and come back.
Yes.
Because we're gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
It's several years old. Get over it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happens? Well, we end the fourth season with the city of Gotham being cut off from the surrounding community. All the bridges have been destroyed. So Gotham is alone. And it gets to the point where the government tells the people in Gotham they can't come out. No one's going to go in. It's to keep things separate. And it is in that background that you have, Jeremiah, not Jerome, Jeremiah, who is the future Joker. You have Catwoman, you have Poison Ivy, you have Joker, you have Penguin, you have the Riddler.
Freeze, Firefly.
All of these different groups have divided parts of
Gotham
into sections that they control. And sitting there
in the middle of it
is GCPD's section under Gordon, along with young Bruce Wayne. Now, at the start of this season, Selina has been injured. She was shot. She was shot by Jeremiah, if you remember, at the end of the previous season. She's in a hospital there in the green zone, and she's paralyzed. Her story is simple. She goes by being paralyzed, she would actually rather be dead. You have Bruce Wayne, who he wants to help, and his decision to become, you can see the thought pattern that he is going to use to be the Batman. It's how he's going to justify being Batman.
Yeah.
And to do this is because he wants to help the people. He feels they need the help. And so he's going to do this to help them. Now, Gotham, the fifth season, is very twisted. You have Barbara and Tabitha running the Sirens Club, which becomes a no man's land to a degree. Men can come in if they pay.
Yeah, and only
up until midnight, right? Now Tabitha gets killed by the Penguin, which means that Barbara wants to kill Penguin. And at one point, Barbara and Gordon end up having another wild tryst, just one night's worth, and guess what? She gets pregnant. Now, she needed to get pregnant and have a child for one reason. We needed the other. We needed the future Barbara Gordon, which is Barbara Lee Gordon, who is who's Batgirl. So we see Batgirl being formed. We see the Scarecrow running around doing his thing, staying outside society.
Scary people.
You see Penguin. Penguin and the Riddler both have a tendency to they want to rule Gotham, but they want it to be Gotham. So they will compromise on some of their goals in order to help Gotham out. It shows them not as pure evil characters, Although, let's face it,
They're evil.
they're nuts.
No, this is Gotham. Everybody's nuts.
Jim Gordon, again, goes through the season being Jim Gordon,
Mm-hmm.
everything to help,
Yeah.
even willing to sacrifice his own life and his own love life to pacify and to save society. You see Lee Thompson return.
Mm-hmm.
This time she actually marries Jim Gordon, and that marriage sticks.
Yeah.
Overall, the fifth season was a good
Yeah.
wind up of the prequel.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the season, the last episode, more or less, is 10 years later. Now, Bruce has gone to Ivy, prior to this, gotten a magic seed which helped
Selena.
be able to walk again, but has also made her a lot more amoral.
Mm-hmm.
She's a lot more quick to kill now.
Mm-hmm.
Jeremiah,
You know, loony bin. After being fallen into Ace Chemicals.
he finally gets dumped into the chemical vat, which we have the Joker story start.
Yep.
We have Penguin at the end of it going to jail for. I think he went to jail for 10 years.
10 years. Riddler into
Goes
asylum.
goes to the asylum for 10 years. Nobody's heard from Ivy. Nobody's seen Scarecrow. Nobody's heard from.
Fire or Freeze.
They're out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We got introduced to Bane. Bane takes off. Somehow or another gets away.
Yeah.
So 10 years later, Bruce comes back, and he is the Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point of the TV series Gotham was to give you the prequel, the story leading up to. It didn't cover the 10 years, didn't go into that, because a lot of times the Batman stories will show you that.
Mm-hmm.
My overall opinion of Gotham was this was a good TV series.
Yeah.
There are things I may disagree with, like Jerome was better than Jeremiah.
Yeah.
When it comes to being a possible Joker, Jeremiah's not funny.
No. And Jerome was already insane and funny.
Whether they were insane or not is not the issue. It's the Joker has to have a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
And Jeremiah has none.
Mm-hmm.
He's a wet fish.
Mm-hmm.
It gave you hope at the end that maybe he would develop one, but it's not a guarantee. His Echo dies, which leaves an opening for Harley Quinn. But all of it, you start wondering, how is he going to grow into being the Joker? Especially a Joker of the category that we all know and love.
Mm-hmm.
Now, each of us knows several different Jokers throughout history. There's been, we started with the Romero from the original Batman TV series. Cesar Romero played a very unique style of Joker, kind of silly. Jack Nicholson gave us a fantastic Joker. Very, very nuts. But a lot less psychopath. Then you got Heath Ledger's, which was just amazing.
Psychopathic.
An amazing Joker. Now, green hair, the Mr. J version, as seen in the Suicide Squad, is not my favorite.
I hate him.
I think he is a lousy Joker. And I think it's because of him. I don't like the portrayal he does. But even he is better than the way Jeremiah is shaping up to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the Joker in Jeremiah. definitely not. He's definitely not the crown prince of chaos.
Yeah.
Is he a bad guy? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The man's insane.
Mhm.
There's no doubt about it. But he's not the Joker. Do I hope that he becomes one? I'm hoping that they left. They did the groundwork that maybe he could become funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Penguin. I'm sorry. The guy they got playing Cob- Cobblepot was phenomenal. He did a great job
Mhm.
of being the Penguin. The Riddler. Oh,
Yeah.
Edward Nygma was fantastic. Ivy. My problem with Ivy is they couldn't keep a character.
Nope.
They had to do 3 different castings for Ivy.
Mhm.
You went from the little girl to the hot redhead
Mhm.
to the whack job. And of the 3, the one that I thought was the best at it as Ivy was the middle one.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy was never a to me, I never felt like she was such a evil person as just somebody who wanted to protect plants and love plants.
Yeah.
She wasn't so evil.
Mm.
The third one was flat out evil.
Yeah.
Selena Kyle, they should have kept her in the role. They didn't want to keep the same girl that they had running it all the way up in, on the return time because of the 10 years.
Mm.
I think she could have done it. She was
Mhm.
phenomenal. I loved her as Catwoman.
Yeah.
I liked as Bruce. I would love to see them do, well, like we had a discussion about her. I think that it would be great if they had continued the story now,
Mhm.
redone the Batman television series. But I'm not sure I trust them anymore to do so. Let's face it. Today's society has a tendency to try to be politically correct in everything it does.
Yeah.
They got to throw in everything. Even to the point where they will destroy canon to do so.
Mhm.
And that's kind of not a good thing. If we could trust them to continue following canon, they've got a good setup for a great series. Will they do it? Probably not. And would we like what they put out if they did?
Mhm.
Probably not. Because they would probably screw it up.
Yeah.
But you could still hope.
Mhm.
As a prequel, I don't think I've seen a prequel that has done such a good job.
No.
It really gave you a feel for some of these characters.
Mhm.
And
And it made you like the ones you're meant to like, and hate the ones you're meant to hate.
it was a good show. So if you haven't seen it, please do.
Yeah.
If you have seen it, watch it again.
Yeah.
It's worth watching.
Mhm.
It's going to be an interesting thing to see if DC does anything with this. It'd be interesting. I do think the young Bruce Wayne would do a great job
Mhm.
as being Batman because he did do such a great job all through the season. Giving that little bit of break they've taken so far, hey, you got to make 10 years. So it could easily pick up any time and go forward.
Yeah.
And the games between Batman and Selena Kyle can still continue
Mm.
because that was a very well done subplot.
Mhm.
So, my overall opinion of Gotham, yes, good show.
Good show. I like it.
Well, there you go. All right. Thank you all very much. This has been Whatever. We hope you enjoy it. Remember, you can always